Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Today I'm going to make another card using the square perfect panels and lovely layers, but we're going to make it into a different shape, and I'm going to stamp the inside with one of the verses from the little stamp set, which is called Beautiful Verses A5 stamp set, and this is also part of the Perfect Panels collection. So my colour scheme for today is going to be blue and white, and I'm going to make a long slimline card. So the first thing I'm going to do is create mats for my long slimline card, and you'll need to do this by hand because these dies are not long enough to cover all the front of this. And then I've also created a smaller one that will sit along there, and that one I've put through the embossing folder. So let me explain how the dies work for you. These are all 4 cutting edges. Now these will cut 4 different layers for you. One is plain, one has a scalloped edge, the other has a stitched edge, and this one is another plain one. So if you use any 2 of these together, you can create a frame. Now these 2 and 3 sets work more or less the same, so I'm going to just explain the long one to you. So this one has a cutting edge, and that will cut you this panel. Now if you use these 2 together, you will cut yourself a frame. And if you use any of these 2 with the 3 set, you will cut yourself another frame in which you can sit your centerpieces. Now all your centerpieces are here, and these don't have cutting edges, so you will need to use one of the outer dies to cut these out of your card. So for mine I used this, and I have cut these patterns that are now going to sit inside my little framework. So you've got 4 different patterns there that you can use. Let me explain these to you. These have got the cutting edges in different areas. This is on the outside of the die, and so that will cut you this panel. Now this one is on the inside of the die, and that will cut you this panel. And then once you've done that, these will layer up together to give you just a small border around the edge. Now these other 2 have got patterns in them but no cutting edges, and so if you use one of these on your large panel, you will cut into that card the stitched edge. It won't cut it out unless you use one of these or one of these, but that will create that pattern into your card for you. So now that we've got all these areas completed, let's go ahead and put this very quick and easy card together. Now I'm also going to line this card, and I'm going to add a little sentiment to the middle. So I've opened it out, I've got my blue card, and I lay it onto the inside with just 2 edges with a small border. And then coming in just from the edge, make a small mark, and coming up from the bottom, make another small mark. And I'm going to cut that and add it to my card and repeat the process with some white, and so I will have 2 layers inside. So there are my 2 layers. On the white one I'm going to add my sentiment, and I'm going to use a stamping platform so that I make sure I don't make any mistakes. So into my stamping platform I've added sending birthday wishes, and I'm going to cut that down probably for the front of the card. But inside the card I'm adding this verse, and I'm going to add it up towards the top of the card. So we can pick those up with the lid. And then we can ink them up. So they've inked up beautifully, I don't need to redo those. So we can take these out of the stamping platform, clean the stamps and put them back on their sheet. So with a little banner die I've cut these sending birthday wishes out, and for this one I'm going to partially emboss it in the folder. So here's my embossing folder, and I'm going to put the card in this way round, and I'm going to put it in till it comes just underneath the writing. Now you need to make sure that it's straight, so we'll use the grid lines on here. I need to make sure that that's straight, and then we can emboss this in the machine. So there it is embossed, and just to finish it off I'm going to use a scoreboard and place it face down, and I'm just going to run a line just across the top of that embossing, and that will just give it a nice finish at the top. There's the finished card. I've added my sentiment to the front, and if you wanted to send it to the men in your life, leave the flower off. I've decorated it with some little gemstones, and I've added a verse to the lined inside panel. So that's now all ready to send to my recipient. So all my collections are available at CraftStash. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you'll always be notified when I have a new video. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.